Hey, can I call you back? I'm on live. Okay, because I know you have more tea for me. Okay. All right, Woo! All right, all right, all right. We made it, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls. Welcome, welcome, welcome to the Aniya A show, where we have a ton of calls coming in, a ton of messages, people who are with us each and every night, Monday through Friday, starting at 8:30 p.m. Why didn't you come on last time? Oh, sorry, Gregory Roberts. I apologize. Welcome to everybody that's tuned in. Oh my God, William Iron Knight. It's been forever since I've seen you, darling. Thank you for tuning in tonight. And I'll tell you no lie, Gregory Roberts, I was out supporting our community last night, just to let you know. I did not stand you up. That was never my intention. You know, Aniya A never stands you up intentionally. Come on, why would I do that? Duh, the devil is a liar. Laugh out loud. No, honestly, I was out supporting our community last night, and that's why I was not on last night with you guys, but I'm so glad to be on tonight. As you guys can see, I have a new look this evening. I honestly felt like being different with the yellow tonight. And so I have the yellow earrings on fleek. They're popping. Hold on. Let me try to fix that little ankh. I think that's what it's called, the ankh. Let me fix that little piece of hair right there. Let me let you guys see these eyebrows. Can I just say real quick that I am so proud of my eyebrows as of late, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls. I am really loving these eyebrows. They are lit. Now, one of the funniest things I've ever heard is that we cannot trust women because of our eyebrows. We shave them off just to put them back on with pencils and all sorts of other devices. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Do not be selfish, Gregory Roberts. You know I love you. Kira, it's so good to see you. Kira, I would love to talk with you offline to see some of the great work that you're doing. I'm so proud of you, Kira. You are a fighter and a go-getter, and I'm so glad I know you. And ever since day one, we've connected, and I'm glad that we're still connected for such a time as this. Kira, you are doing such an amazing job out there, and you're really somebody I look up to. So Kira, let's talk offline. William Iron Knight, I'm here, Queen. Always good to see you in good health. I'm trying. And you know what? I'm inspired by, ready for this? My furry hat. It's not even a full hat. It's like one of those things that they wear in Russia. Keyword Russia. Let's not get into politics tonight, but on another night, I'll get into politics. Listen, real quick, guys, you don't even know. I'm so happy that we're all here in good spirits. As you guys know, I lost another person in my life today. Listen, I felt so close to this guy, even though I met him once. He is somebody that is close to my friend, and I really feel bad that he has gone to meet his maker. But so many people have passed on. I've seen it on my timeline up and down. And that's why I try to be in good spirits every day, because we don't know when our time is coming. And it's better for me to stay happy and full of energy than to be sad, because I cry a lot. And if you'll notice, I have, oh, my watch just flew off. But if you'll notice something about me, I wear makeup to cover these circles and these bags under my eyes. Thank you so much, William Iron Knight, my dearest one. But it's not like because I'm super ugly and that's why I wear a lot of makeup under my eyes. It's because I cry all the time, especially when I read the messages online. People contact me. You know, there's so many things going on. I'm not going to get into all of that right now because I want to stay high energy and full of love and vivaciousness as we welcome in our guest tonight, Mr. Lorenzo Vaughn. Listen, when we have good people in our lives, let's try to cherish them. I know it's easier said than done, but right now, it's so much going on in this world, and I want all of you to stay as positive as possible, especially since we're connected, especially since there's so many things that we can really complain about and be mad about, including the political gamut right now and what's happening over in Wall Street, all in Washington. You name it, anything starts with a W right now is pissing me off because things are cray. Okay, let's get into the bio for our guest, Lorenzo Vaughn, aka Run Jesse Run. Lorenzo Vaughn has always been fascinated with the performing arts since childhood. Never losing the drive or thrill of entertaining, he gained supporting roles in The Wiz and Grease at Aldi E. Stevenson High School. He later joined the Riverbank School of Performing Arts, where he acted in theatrical productions such as Distant Avenues, Ceremonies in the Dark, Old Men, and the classic Cat on a Hot Tin Roof. He is currently a member of the Spellbound Conservatory, spearheaded by, I cannot pronounce that name, Cleotis. I hope that's right, Cleotis Tyrese. He can also be found at the National Action Network in the role of president of the Performing Activist Troupe, and in the following plays: Nation Sons, The Peacemaker, and I Look to You, the Gospel of Whitney Houston. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, help me to welcome this evening's guest, Mr. Lorenzo Vaughn. Mr. Lorenzo Vaughn, who was just in the waiting room, and I think he has magically reappeared. Hello, 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 Mr. Lorenzo Vaughn.
What's happening?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm wonderful, man. I'm out here. I'm always in the community doing stuff. I'm at an actual event, a podcast, but I'm getting my interview in. We gonna make it happen.
We're gonna make it happen. And you're definitely wearing some hoodies and some shades. I almost didn't recognize you tonight. You are incognito.
That's right. I'm on the low.
Okay.
Yeah,
all right. Well, I'm so happy to see you tonight, sir. We already have a great amount of support on here tonight from the National Action Network community. As you know, they're here to support. Gregory Roberts just sent in a message that says, "Run, Jesse, run." Now, real quick, for those that don't know why I keep saying "Run, Jesse, run," he is our National Action Network Artivism, Run, Jesse, run character, and we're going to get in that in a little bit. But for now, Mr. Lorenzo Vaughn, thank you again for participating and being on the Aniya A show. Tell us a little bit about your childhood. It says in your bio that you've always wanted to be on the screens, theatrical performances, etc. Tell us a little bit more about who you are and how you were raised.
Well, I come out my shades a little bit. You can see my face a little something. Well, my first acting production that I remember doing was
Sorry, you're breaking up. You're breaking up now.
Okay.
That's better.
Can you hear me?
Yeah.
That's better? All right. My first production was in third grade public school. My teacher, Miss Flary, she wrote, she was the playwright, and she put me in this production. I don't remember anything about the production except for my part. I played a radio announcer, or was it either a radio announcer or some kind of announcer introducing a singer. And the singer came out. She was one of my good friends, childhood friends. Her name is Edith Johnson. And she came out, and she's supposed to have laryngitis, so she couldn't sing. So I called her out to make this big introduction. And then she comes out, she can't sing, and then she runs off stage. So that's my earliest memory of being on stage and wanting to be an actor. And then fourth grade, I had an opportunity, but I guess I was a little too rambunctious. So my fourth grade teacher transferred me to another class. So I thought I was just going, be getting transferred for the day, and wound up getting transferred into the class for the remainder of the school year. So I didn't get to participate in my fourth grade um, school production. But
Wow.
yeah, I've always loved acting. I guess watching Sesame Street and hanging out with my grandma, rest in peace. She took me to a Radio City Music Hall to see Lassie. So they said they had Lassie on the screen, and then the actors actually came out on the stage and stuff like that. So yeah, I've always felt compelled to be an entertainer.
I love it. I love it. And who are some of your role models growing up? Like some of the people that you looked up to in this industry?
Um, hmm. Let's see. Entertainment wise, I've had like quite a few different influences. Let me see. There's been some black and white actors that I've admired. You know, Morgan Freeman, James Earl Jones. Let me see who else. Denzel Washington, and some new bloods. Morris Chestnut.
Woo!
Um,
Oh my God, sorry, real quick. You know what? You kind of remind me of Morris Chestnut. Have you ever heard that
oh,
before?
really?
Yeah.
I was getting that maybe some years back, and maybe up to like last year sometime. Yeah.
Yeah.
So yeah, and let me see. I think Omar Epps and Mekhi Phifer, a little bit of them, and actresses. Yeah, those are my. And then there was Robert De Niro, of course, and what's my other man, Dustin Hoffman, and some other people. That's
Okay.
maybe escaping me at the moment, but yeah.
That's so funny. That's so funny. Well, I know I just looked at you and it just dawned on me because a lot of times I'll look at people and I'll be like, OMG, they remind me of somebody. And I never can remember. But tonight I remembered. Yeah, you give me that whole Morris Chestnut vibe, kind of serious, kind of playful, kind of cool, right? So you grew up where exactly? Because you mentioned a couple of high schools in your bio, but I'm like, where are these places?
Um, I grew up in the Bronx, New York, different parts of the Bronx. But then my roots are in Soundview houses in the Bronx. So I grew up in the Soundview section of the BX. So
Okay.
I went to all the zone schools. I went to PS 107, IS 174, and Stevenson High School. And I think I applied to several other high schools. I think I wanted to go to Norman Thomas, and I don't know if I wanted to go. I don't remember applying to the School of the Arts, but Stevenson was one of those artsy high schools. It was like high school musical and stuff. We did a lot of performing in the lunchroom, banging on tables, making beats. I was I was in the band. I wanted to play the drums, but I never got the grasp or hang of that, playing a full set. So I know I played the bass drum, just beat it on the bass drum, got instructed in that. And then gradually I moved into the choruses. I was in the gospel choir, did different concerts and stuff like that. And in high school I did two plays. From freshman year I went out and auditioned, but didn't make the cut. But junior and senior year I did the Wiz, where I played the Munchkin. That was my main role. I was a Munchkin. I was the only male Munchkin. That was my speaking role. And then I did have supporting roles like Emerald City Citizen and a Winky, which was I guess one of the slaves to Eveline. and
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
and yeah, so yeah, so I got in, and then senior year I was in Greece. I was slated to play Eugene, the nerd,
The
but
nerd.
then I had a work conflict, so I guess the director didn't trust my skills and filling the role. So I wanted to not being Eugene, but I was a pit singer with the chorus, and also I was in part of the hand jive dance routine. So I was able to still get it in.
I love it. Now tell us real quick. You're in a couple of things now. It says I cannot pronounce the brother's name or the sister's name. Very interesting name.
It's your brother. Cleotis Tashaya, Spellbound, Conservatory Repertory. I always get that mixed up myself because it's like he changed the title from time to time. So it's Yeah, Spellbound Repertory Theater, and his name is Cleotis Tashaya. So
Lord.
we was working out of the Beacon system in the public schools in East Harlem, but that was up until the COVID hit. So they was doing like a lot of Zoom meetings that I hadn't really been able to fully participate in because I've been that man, running as Jesse and being a part of the street team, promoting different things that we have going on in the community at the House of Justice, whether it's like food distribution or what we have coming up, the toy giveaway,
toy giveaway,
and Christmas Day dinner distribution. So I've been heavily in the mix at NAN, so I haven't really been able to participate in the theater with Cleotis Shia in the group. But everything in due time. I got to do a balancing act. Juggling. Got to juggle my time, do some time management, and try and do different things that I like to do.
I love it. I love it. And I know you're a part of, I want to say, the Harlem School of Music, where we spent time together for my birthday celebration. That was super dope. Are you also a member?
I'm a member of NAMA, New Amsterdam Musical Association. Yeah, I'm a part of that. I haven't been in a while because I ain't gonna disclose the information while I haven't been over here in a while, but like I said, everything in the season and in the due time, I'll be back over there because I know they was doing the Monday night jam, and and it's run by a good sister who actually got me involved in that. Her name is Imani. Is it Green? Imani, I think her last name might be Green, but I know her name was Imani.
We know her as Imani.
Yeah. So Imani, she was the one that actually introduced me to NAN. Because I had did we were both.
You're breaking up again. You're breaking up again. Sorry.
All right. How's that?
Better.
Okay. So we were both at an event in Brooklyn, of all places. We was at an event in Brooklyn. It was kind of like an open mic thing. So I did my signature monologue, which is entitled "The Mojo and the Say So" by E. Sharman. So I performed the monologue. She enjoyed it, and she said, "Oh, you ever heard of NAN, the National Action Network? Well, they have an open mic. I think it was every first, second, and fourth Friday of the month, which was spearheaded by Arnold Phoenix.
Arnold Phoenix. He's watching with us now. A. Gregory Harris. Yes.
Yeah. So Imani was like, "Yeah, you need to go by. They have an open mic." So I went and I performed. And at that time, I was part of a vocal duo called Fable, which was spearheaded by J.E. Franklin. She rewrote Aesop's fables, like the tortoise and the hare, the lion, the fox, and the donkey. What's that? The other one, the tortoise and the the tortoise and the hare, and wolf in sheep's clothing, and all that stuff like that. So she put it in a hip hop, beatbox, jazz, rock manner, and me and our good brother Ronald Haney, we became a duo. Because first, every time we tried to put a third member down, it never worked out with 3 people. So we kind of spread the duties between the 2 of us. So I was mainly like the spoken word leader, and I did like other animal voices and stuff like that, characters and stuff. So yeah, so we both was trying to go to the National Action Network and display that talent. But one week I would be there and Ron wouldn't be there, and then one week Ron would be there and I wouldn't be there. So I would be out and about. So we finally got together. And we met at the park across the street from NAN, and with Arnold, and we showed him what we was rehearsing and had developed. So we finally got that. And at that time, Ron was doing this "I Have a Dream" speech, and he learned the whole 15 minutes, and then he translated it into Spanish. But from that, I was placed into the Peacemaker, where I was portraying like supporting roles such as Leonard, which was King's college roommate, and Reverend Kyles, which was the Reverend who conspired to have killed King Hill. So now, fast forward, I've been I've been placed into the role of Dr. King.
Oh, wow. Years later. And how many years ago was that?
Woo, a good 10 years or so, maybe more or less. Because I was like frequenting man and like coming and going. So, I was more absent than present at that time. So I was like, when they finally had something that was ongoing and, the arts and culture division was developed and we had like a lot of more material for me to participate in, I started, coming more often. So that might have been about, 9, 10 years ago.
That is beautiful. Well, I'm so happy that you shared that story with us because I love learning the background parts of people's lives. Obviously, that's why we do what we do here on the Aniya A show. Sometimes you see people, you hear people, because I know your segment at NAN comes on, I guess, on all the different platforms under Reverend Al Sharpton, our leader. Tell us about Run Jesse Run at this time. I know you're at an event. We don't want to take up too much of your precious time because you're such a busy guy in our community. Tell us about Run Jesse Run, and then you have other comments coming in. Real quick, we have William Iron Knight that says, great job, nice brother, with thumbs up. And now he's putting on his pimp shades back on. And we have A. Gregory Harris, hey, giving you a thumbs up on Instagram. So we're happy about that. Tell us about that Run Jesse Run and how people can listen to you every Saturday.
Well, the way that had developed was it was 2019. It was the start of, I think, I don't know how the terminology is, but I think it was a 400 years of freedom. We were celebrating 400 years of freedom.
The return, yep. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so 2019, 400 years. So then we politics, we had our arts and culture meeting, and we said, no, we should come up with something for this year to start to kick off January. So basically, we came up with Black to the Future, and I kind of came up with the slogan the campaign is developed. It was Black, the number 2, the future, and then we had like I did a little artistry, I used my artistic talents and tried to develop some logos and stuff. And we had somebody else look at it and develop it for our official then arts and culture website. So you can go to PLK, the number 2, the future, and check out all the good stuff we have going on there. We got like NAN Arts News, we got our projects, Justice on the Trial, we got Land of Return, going back to Africa, where it all began for our people. And that's how that kind of developed. So initially, I had this wheel that had different civil rights events. So I would spin the wheel and just choose a topic and just read the little passage and then run off. So then later, I was doing civil rights moments, and then Mr. Alvin Pond just started doing that. So I was like, oh, man. I was like, he's doing historic moments. That was my job. That's what I was doing. So then I started doing Black Adventures, and then I was just strictly doing Black Adventures. And then I think under the suggestion of our Vice President Michael Hardy, he said, no, why don't you mix it up a little bit? So that's what he told Arnold, and Arnold relayed the message to me. So that's when I started doing Black inventors, Black entertainers, and Black civil rights leaders, all in our segment of NAN Arts News, our Black to the Future concept.
And then you would take off running.
That's right. So so the take on Run Jesse Run, that was Jesse Jackson's slogan back in I think '84 or '88, one of those years that he ran for president.
He ran.
And how it is, we tied that with Jesse Owens, who was ran for freedom, against Hitler and his shenanigans, not wanting being the white to being a superior race, and Jesse Owens ran it and won all these gold medals. So I used to do a little bit of running in the hood. I never was on the track team or anything, but all my friends used to see me running around, around the hood. Think, oh, my man Vaughn, he's real fast. He can run.
Run.
Yeah. So years later, decades later, you know, I've been running, getting my stretch on because I don't want to be pulling the muscles or anything when I be jetting off and sprinting.
Yeah,
You know,
I see you. Now I know why you do the little, you know, warm up thing so you don't pull nothing.
yeah.
That's a very smart idea. Where can people listen to you during your segments and see you live? Because you're really good. I must commend you real quick. And I must commend Mr. A. Gregory Harris, your creative director there at the National Action Network under the Artivism segment sector. Where can people watch you guys and your thing that you do?
Well, you can watch us live at www.nationalactionnetwork.net. And we on about somewhere around the 9:30 in the AM segment of the show. So, you know, they put us on breaks. But I heard we got a new format, so we're working some things out in that aspect. So we shall see what this Saturday brings. So yeah, so they can listen to that, and then we're incorporated on Monday nights, part of the youth huddle, which is around 6 o'clock to 8 o'clock or 8:30, and you know you catch us doing a workshop for the youth and getting them incorporated and doing different characters, proceeding as hype man Jesse, backing up one of the transit triplets. So yeah.
Thank you so much. I know you are definitely doing a couple of things this evening. You're always on the go. For people that are interested in staying in contact with you, Mr. Run Jesse Run, Mr. Lorenzo Vaughn, or whoever else you want to be tonight, I love it. I love your vibe. Where can they find you?
Well, actually, I do a live every Wednesday night at about 7 p.m. Wednesday night vibes, the LP experience with Jermaine Lorenzo Vaughn. So you can catch me live and direct at the 7 p.m. hour on Facebook Live. And you can contact me at Lorenzo B. Smith at gmail.com. And you can follow me on Instagram, LVACTZ, Lorenzo LVX, and you can follow me on there and see all the good news and good stuff that I have going on, and I'll be posting a lot of inspirational stuff and a lot of other materials.
You are
yeah,
awesome. Thank you so much for giving us this opportunity to speak with you, learn much more about you, and continue to spread the love. It's the Brooklyn/Harlem/Bronx way. You see, I had to mix it all up because you met Imani in Brooklyn. You do the Harlem thing. You're from you never mind. You know what I mean, Lorenzo Vaughn. Thank you so much. And we would love to have you on again. What is it?
Take care. Happy holidays all.
Thank you. Be safe. Put on your mask. Hey, later, honey.
Breathe, though. I gotta breathe. You know,
I know.
I'm not in anybody's face, so you know I can kind of breathe and talk freely without a mask on.
There you have it, folks.
I know, man. No, this works. This works.
It works. You're doing great, actually. I like that.
All right.
See you later.
See you Saturday.
See you Saturday. One love. All right, guys, you just heard from the one and only Mr. Lorenzo Vaughn, who actually is also known as Run Jesse Run. I had to get him on here because we couldn't have one guy without having the other. One guy being the one and only A. Gregory Harris. He was on the Aniya A show just a couple of weeks ago discussing his life story. And it's funny because both of these gentlemen happen to be in very interesting places when they speak with us on the Aniya A platform. And I love it. So keep up the great work, guys. Continue to make us laugh and smile and educate us on the different topics of Black history each and every week. Listen, you know what it is. It's your girl, Aniya A, and I'm so glad that we were here tonight to have this talk, to share the information of Mr. Lorenzo Vaughn. As always, we're working hard behind the scenes in order to bring great content. We've had a couple of bad stories that hit the platform today, but it's not gonna ever stop us from going forward. Hi, good evening, Daffy Joseph, my sister, all the way from, I wanna say West Palm Beach, Florida. Daffy, are you in West Palm Beach, Florida? Let us know for sure, as we are about to shut it down, because obviously it's been a kind of tumultuous day. with the bad news that I got this morning. And it just reminds me that life is really short. And even though, like, sometimes we meet people 1 minute and then they're gone the next, just remember to be good to everybody you meet, guys. It doesn't matter. Have patience with people. I know I'm going to try to exhibit more patience. I got to reach out to my family tonight just to say a quick hello. I love you. Thank you for being in my life, irregardless of what's going on. Okay, West Palm Beach in his house. My sister Daffy is out there doing it big. I love her. Sis, you be out there, honey. I seen you in those pictures, honey, working the dance floor. As always, my girl knows how to break it down. And that's what it's all about, that positive energy, great love vibe. Let us know how West Palm is doing this week with the whole Christmas season. How's your family? How's everybody? We're getting bad news here in New York City constantly, but my prayer is that the rest of the world is doing a lot better than us. Also, really quickly, as we shut down, let us please keep my girl Mimi in prayer, but not just Mimi, like all of Canada. I say Canada, you say Canada, whatever. Right now, Canada is experiencing a tremendous, and this is in Toronto. I'm not 100% sure in all the parts of Canada right now, but I know in Toronto it is shut down. So I'm gonna do my due diligence to reach out to relatives in different areas of Quebec. I want to say Quebec. That's the French way, Quebec. I'm gonna reach out to them tonight to see how they're doing, as well as those relatives that have in different places. I mean, it's really a hot mess what's going on in the world right now. As we're about to receive another $600, although I'm like super grateful to receive $600, but we literally have a serious crisis on our hands every day. Those numbers are going up with the death toll. Like, if you don't have to go into the hospital right now, my friends, don't go, because it's really bad. Oh, Daffy says, I love you too. Mwah! And then Yes says, everyone is all over running, keeping very busy. Very good. Yes, I have family in Canada, and they said they are basically shut down. Yes. So I just got off the line praying with my sister Mimi. I've interviewed her, you know, on my platform. I have to reach out to my sis-in-law. I still call her sis-in-law because it is what it is. And we have to definitely reach out to her and to my cousin over there. I'm going to reach out to my mom to see if we have any more, you know, relatives in those areas, because I know growing up, I was actually supposed to move out there to Canada, and I'm so thankful that I never did, because look at what's going on now. But it's not just, you know, not being there for this present moment situation. You know, it's a lot in different countries that you have to learn and grow into and things like that. But either way, I am just like beyond myself when it comes to what's happening and all the different shutdowns. In New York City, half of our restaurants are closed. Half of our restaurants are closed. I just spent a couple of, I went out on Saturday for a TV interview that I did on, I want to say, Manhattan Neighborhood Network. And afterwards, the young lady and I, you know, who were both interviewed on that platform, decided to grab a bite to eat. I mean, it was getting, you know, the sun was down. We were tired from the interview. It was a long day, and we just wanted to sit somewhere and grab a bite. And it was the saddest thing, real quick, that the restaurant waiter guy was like, just want to let you know this is our last night. We're open. What? Last night you're open? What does that mean? Till when? So I'm thinking last night they're open, you know, for the weekend or for the week or what have you. And wouldn't you know, it's the last night they're open until February. Like, and God only knows if they will be open in February, because at this point, when these businesses shut down, especially restaurants, like, how are you going to get that same vibe again? How are you going to draw traffic again? How are you going to make sure that people know that you are out here again? So it's so hard. Gregory Roberts says we should always make time for loved ones, enough if you have if you has no time. Yeah, so I need you to, I'm having a hard time comprehending that. Can you please do me a favor, send that again? But we should always make time for our loved ones. That's totally for sure. And I'm assuming you're saying like, it might be a typo. If you have that extra time, just make time for your loved ones. Reach out to people. It takes $0 to pick up your phone and say, hey, how are you? Or like sending text messages. I have to get better with that. Sometimes I get in my feelings, but also sometimes I get hit with the life circumstances, especially in New York City. And I don't even know how to explain how I am these days. Like I feel zombie-ish. Like you wake up, you try to stay focused, you try to do great things, you try to stay positive, and then, you get hit with one set of bad news after another. And it's like a rigmarole. And then you try to eat salads because you need to eat salad to stay healthy and drink a ton of water. And then you realize you still have no energy. So you have to double up on the caffeine only to not be able to sleep at night. You have this whole process going every day, all day, and it's a battle. But what can we do? We're not going to cry. We're not going to die. We're just going to keep pushing forward. So continue to share love, continue to work together as a community. Let's stay as positive as possible. Let's continue to grow during these times, and let's continue to literally make a difference any way we can, because right now we need to be there for one another. Daffy, I love you. Yes, prayers for everyone. Gregory Roberts, I'll see you at the National Action Network on Saturday. And I'm about to shut it down because your girl Aniya A really has a couple more things to do before the night is over. So let's continue to move forward and be amazing, regardless of what's happening. I know I keep pushing because I want to see greatness come out of my life. And I never want to be that person that says, I wish I woulda, coulda, shoulda. Nope. I'm doing everything in my power to do what I love so that in the future I will be able to see the fruits of my, wait, what is it called? Like, okay. Anyway, you know what I mean. When you like do something and then you want to see the fruits of your labor, that's what it is. I want to see the fruits of my freaking labor in the future. So I'm going to keep working hard, be amazing, be great. I'm so glad, our buddy Lorenzo Vaughn came on with us tonight. Listen, we have all sorts of great things happening in our community. Support each other again. If you want to be on the Aniya A show and be interviewed live in front of a TV audience, you like what I'm doing with that? I mean, technically, you are my TV audience. I mean, you're on 5 different platforms as we speak. People are watching from all over the place. We're just building numbers and having fun. Again, some people sometimes say, why do you waste your time with this? I'm not wasting my time because what else am I going to do? Right? Like, we literally have to keep ourselves entertained. And to me, this is a blessing, and I love what I do each and every night. Thank you, sister. Stay blessed and safe. Happy holidays to all of you. Yes, Gregory Roberts, see you on Saturday at the National Action Network under Reverend Al Sharpton. We just got a chance to speak with Lorenzo Vaughn, aka Run Jesse Run, of the National Action Network's Saturday morning platform, who's doing great work. And we will be back tomorrow night. And then Christmas, I still don't know what we're doing on Christmas. I may just get dressed up and get cute with all my gear and come on live. It just depends on how I feel. This is the worst Christmas season ever, but we're gonna live and put a smile on our face and be sexy. Happy holidays, fam! See you tomorrow night, live. Good night. You're listening to Lachi. It's our time. They must not know how we do. They sure don't know. gonna take the world on. We're gonna take our turn. We're gonna rule the world. Rule the world. We're gonna take our turn. We're gonna rule the world. It's our time. Our time to fly. We're gonna take our turn. We're gonna rule the world. It's our time. Our time to fly. It's our time to fly. It's our time to sing. We don't need a reason why. Let's make a change. Get past this room. Now we're on the move. Nothing will hold you down. We're off to rule the world. We're off to rule. We gon' rule the world. Good night.